What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. The link will be in the description box below as usual. This one is entitled What Your Parent Says About You. Um, Sometimes, you know, people's appearance is supposed to be a resume for who they are. And some people often use that as their perception, and you can tell it's not the reality. You know, and some people do things consciously, and some people do things unconsciously, and some people don't realize, that your image may have gotten you the treatment you got, or perception of your image. And sometimes that works in your favor, and sometimes it doesn't. And sometimes your response to that can change the whole equation. What I mean by that is this. You know, two men could wear the exact same thing. Depending on that man's race, um, how can I say this? Looks, body type, they'll be treated differently. You know, like if somebody's looking at this video and they see a picture of me, um, a black dude, basically my t-shirt I wear under my work clothes, you know, and a baseball cap. They're gonna, just kind of workout shirt too, whatever. But they're gonna have their all automatic judgment. Now, if I was a white dude dressed exactly the same way, they wouldn't have the same perception of me. You're gonna automatically assume that my intelligence level, and no matter how many things that I might say that are right or logical or intellectually sound, you're gonna look for that one thing that turns you off. Oh, you see, he said a slang where I can't. Oh God, that was a run-on sentence. Oh my God, he has a southern accent. Or his voice isn't deep enough. They're gonna come up with anything, right? But like I said, you change the race, the religion, or or just the perception. Because if I said the same things and you were sitting here and I was in a dress shirt and a tie and a fedora, it'd be different. And back in the day, I used to actually wear dress clothes. I used to do videos on Sundays when I would go to church, and I would come and do my videos, and I would have my shirt and tie on and my hat from church. You can go back and look at it yourself. But this is why people treat certain people certain ways. You know, um, Sometimes your clothes say, I'm chilling today, I'm relaxed. So people can understand. Oh, this person just chilling. Your clothes. Let's get into the clothes thing. First and foremost, they got to be clean. If your clothes are clean and ironed, people gonna look at you like you're a neat person. Okay, they clean. Now their clothes are clean. They look nice, cool. Um, Now when you get in a company, question is gonna be, okay, they smell like they took a bath. Maybe they smell good. They got cologne on or whatever. The breath is okay. Their teeth are nice. They know they don't have halitosis. So you're gonna have a that how these people take care of themselves. The the um the timing, are you appropriately dressed for the occasion you're going to? That's gonna be another thing. Like, I mean, recently I went out to this sports bar. Never been there before, but when I got there, Friday, Saturday night, at a particular point, you got to dress up for this place. I didn't know this, but I had a t-shirt, ball cap, some cargo shorts or whatever, um, and some sneakers on. But when they saw me pull up in the parking lot, and I'm looking, and they looking at me, I'm looking at them. I'm like, well, I done messed up the night. So of course, I get out of my car, walk to the door, and they see how I'm dressed, like I'm lounging, I'm relaxed. And I get to the door, and the guys come to the door. They in suits, and I'm like, I see that I'm underdressed, so I'll come back another time. It's black owned business, so so I'm being respectful. I'll be respectful anyway though. But it was like, you know what? Because I approached them saying, what I'm saying, I see this wasn't the thing. They understood that if I would have known that I wouldn't have came that way. So it's like, look, normally, we cut off people dressed like you at about 8 o'clock, but it's okay because you don't seem like you're here to be doing nonsense. You actually see what's up. So you can come in. I was like, look, I just wanted to come in, get something to eat, and I'm gonna bounce. So I'm not gonna change the dynamic of the vibe or whatever. I'm gonna watch the game, eat, and bounce. And these guys were real cool about that. Now I've been in situations like that before, but like I said, black owned business. Now if I go to a white establishment, they'll tell me something similar, like you can't wear that ball cap and that T-shirt here, and I don't know if you're in a gang. Now this can happen right when he's talking. A white boy could come in with a baseball cap on, T-shirt, and some cargo shorts. Same exact situation. Going in, Jimmy going in. Like, well, we know he's not in a gang. What are you talking about? Now, and this has also happened too. You know, and I've told people, and where I live at, I tell people like, there are no. I'm actually from a city that has gangs. There are no gangs in the city like that. What are you talking about? Then it's the colors. Do you know colors? Do you know what emblem or team emblem means what, and what the rivals? Do you anybody got their flag or whatever? These people don't know any of that because they don't actually know gang culture. So then it's like, well, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, well, you're black and you're wearing that, so I'm scared. That's another thing. You know, um, Same thing involved with timing. Like when I go to the grocery store, um, I don't like seeing people in their pajamas shopping. I think it's just asinine. But the thing about it is, if you in your pajamas at 8:30, anywhere from 6 to 9 o'clock, I can understand that because like you had to get up, you had to hurry and get some breakfast. It makes sense, right? But if it's in the afternoon and you're in a department store or grocery store with pajamas on, it looks bad. It really does. It really does. Um, Because then it looks like you just been sitting on your behind all day, and you just too dusty to actually put some clothes on when you leave. That's what it looks like. Now, that's being underdressed. Like some people are overdressed and they think that's a good thing. Not so much. I'm gonna tell you why. Dressing nice is cool, but when you're overly dressed for certain things, you kind of look like you're trying too hard. Like if you're dressed to impress, and you're at the grocery store, it's like, do you actually really need a suit and tie? And you can tell these people ain't going nowhere, didn't come from nowhere, because some people just like to be seen, or some people like to be seen as important, and you dress to perceive your importance. And I get it, fake it till you make it, but the thing about faking it till you making it is people who actually know what's up know who's faking. So some of you are overdressed trying to make yourself more than what you are, and a person like myself can decipher like you ain't really like that. You ain't really got it like that. You ain't got no damn where to go. you know, because when you're actually trying to handle some business, you're gonna get to a certain point where your name is bigger than your perception, either in a positive way or a negative way. So it really doesn't matter what you wear, because they're gonna know this person either handles business or they don't. That's why people, when you try to go places and stunt on people, and I got this expensive thing and I just got this and I got that. People who have any type of wherewithal, have accomplished any type of things, are gonna know who cares. Okay, that's nice. You accomplished something. Congratulations. That's what we all do. Now sit down. you know, like people, there are people who who buy Rolexes and stunt with them. There are people who got Rolexes on because they just that's their life. It's two completely different people. Same watch, same cost. People who know that it's expensive. And some of y'all, I'm gonna get into this that thing about jewelry and things like uh, jewelry, things that show status, clothes, jewelry, cars, all that. People know what's real and what's fake. Some of y'all don't, but real people know what's real and what's fake, and they can tell what's real and what's fake. They won't tell you this because they've been around the block. I know if your expensive watch of real or phony. I know if your jewelry is real or fake. I know if you saying you paid $100,000 or something. I'm looking at it like either you dumb as hell for paying $100,000 for that, or you really think I'm gonna believe that that's $100,000 with your janky ass. I know the prices. I know what's what. I know but that's neither here nor there. Um, the other thing about the perception of people, it goes to tattoos and all that other stuff. Like sometimes that's who you are. Sometimes it's a phase, and then you're trying to hide your phase when you can't or can. You know, some people got tattoos because of a fad, and now they look like idiots. You know, and I talk about people with tattoos sometimes because you know it's a difference. It's people who actually do it because that's who they are and that's their life, and there are people who do it for a fad. And you know how the difference is. The difference is the tattoos people who do it. They do it different. They're not. If the sleeve is the new thing, they're not getting a sleeve just because they might have already had it before it was new. You know, before it's a new thing. You might have just got one because everybody you know is getting one. When you look at the designs, you know if the designs of a person who put some thought into this, or just they've been flipping over in the book, like I want that one. That looks cool on me. You know the difference. This is what I mean by your appearance. Um, Before I end this, we talk about how you look physically. How you take care of yourself comes off. You know, people are going to treat you only as good as you treat yourself. So if you are personally not putting in the effort to make you the best you can be, physically, mentally, and spiritually, it's going to come off, and people are only going to respect you to the level you respect yourself. So, even if um, you're lounging or wearing relaxed clothes, people see that you take care of yourself. That means you're gonna have to respect them because they respect themselves. If you're one of those people who overdress and faking it till you're making it, even though you might look good and expensive and all that other stuff, if you're not taking care of yourself and it shows, people are not really going to necessarily respect you per se. You're just going to, you know, be looked at as a slob in an expensive costume. I don't mean, and I'm not just talking about physical body. I'm just mean like how you come off, like just your look, your energy of how the things you do. Are you because you might look like a person who's haunted or got demons, and and you might be self-loathing and hurting yourself purposely, you know. So that's the part about what your appearance says. I'm done. I'm out of here. We out.